Okay, you should be generating income through your content. I said what I said. Every time you post, every time you go live, every time you post pictures, stories, reels, whatever it is that you're doing, good morning, you should be generating income. Yes, you should. And if you are not, that's because you're doing something wrong and we have to fix it. It is 2026. It's time to fix it. All right. I also want you guys to understand this. You should be generating income while you're asleep. Yes, you should. The days of having to actively work 24/7 are coming to a close. We did that in 2025. It's 2026. You should be generating income while you're sleeping, okay? I want you to be building wealth while you're asleep as well, okay? If you are not, that's because you are doing something wrong and we have to fix it today, all right? Ladies, understand this. You only need one digital product in your store. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How the hell do I know that? Because my digital product changed mine. Good morning, happy Sunday. When I first started 6 years ago, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And I learned a lot on my weight loss journey. Good morning. I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise and I fixed my mindset. And so I took all of that knowledge that I learned on my weight loss journey, turned it into an ebook, and started selling it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight. And I sold that ebook on YouTube. There is something that you already know about, ladies. And whatever it is, that's what you should be selling. But the problem with you is you live in fear. You live in fear. Fear on this live stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas. Why? Because you're so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of trying something new and people laughing at you. You're so fearful of people talking about you. And because you won't let go of that fear continues to keep you trapped. Good morning. It is 2026. It is the year of alignment. This is the year that we finally let go of fear and we finally live the life of our dreams. Clock it. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Now, what I want to know is this. Who on this live is fed up with their own BS? They are tired of always starting and stopping. They are tired of doubting their brilliant ideas and they want to change it. If that is you, put a me in the chat. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. You did that in 2025 and you're ready to take a new path. You're ready to try something different this year. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what the heck a digital product is. If you don't know, that's fine. Go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. And for those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's 2026. Very good, Disney. It's 2026. We're 4 days in. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Coach Jazz and I am teaching you guys how to build your online business. But most importantly, how to build yourself. Ladies, there are things that we got going on in this pretty little head of ours that's keeping us trapped. Like the excuses, the procrastinating, the fear, the negative self-talk, the lack of confidence. You could have anything you wanted in this world. There's no limitation except the one that you put on yourself. Let me tell you this. Every idea that you have, I believe, is God planting a seed. He is planting a seed in your head. But year after year, you ignore the seeds. You ignore them. God does not plant seeds where they can't be harvested. In other words, you wouldn't have even thought the thoughts if you were not capable. It wouldn't have even crossed your mind. So if you ever thought about posting and becoming a content creator, running an online business, any idea that you had, that's because you can. And this is the year that we finally do it. Good morning. Hello, hello. I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of information on this live this morning. It would be in your best interest to write it down. If I know anything about you, you're human. As humans, we tend to forget because life, and stresses. So if you write this shit down, ladies, if you take your notes Anything that I say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. Good morning, Rebecca. So go ahead and grab your paper. And the key word of this live, ladies, is going to be execution. Good morning. The key word of this live is going to be execution. So not only will you take notes, not only will you listen, you will do it. You will execute. That's the only way it's going to get done. Things don't just fall into your lap. Money does not just land into your accounts. You have to work for it. You have to execute. Weight loss does not just fall into your lap. Good morning, Judy. Thank you. You have to take the steps. You got to eat less. You got to move your body. A paycheck does not just fall into your lap. You got to clock in. You got to do what you're supposed to do. And then you get the check. Business is no different. None of your goals are any different. We have to execute, okay? One more thing before we get started, you guys, the more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. So if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen. Believe it or not, there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. They're tired of making excuses. They're tired of procrastinating, and they want to change as well. So if this live found you, let's allow the opportunity for this live to find others. Do you have your pen and paper in hand? If so, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let's read an affirmation real quick. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Amen to that. Progress, not perfection, is my goal. Ladies, every day we're going to do something small towards the goal. I just need you to do better today than you did yesterday. And it doesn't have to be this big old thing. Maybe yesterday you hit snooze on the alarm. Maybe today you just got up when the alarm went off. Thank you, 444. Maybe yesterday you had a full load of excuses. How about today you don't? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today we go walk 5K steps? We're just gonna do something small every single day, okay? All right, let's get started. What the heck is a digital product and how will we build the business? So a digital product, ladies, is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out in the cloud somewhere. Okay. You are going to create something to sell, and do not overthink. Ladies, there is something that you already know how to do very well, and that thing is what you will monetize. I told you guys when I first started, I lost 100 pounds, and I monetized my knowledge in weight loss, how to eat better, how to weight lift, and I sold it on YouTube. So there's something that you already know how to do. Maybe you're a really good mom. You can make an ebook teaching other women how to be good moms. There's something you know how to do, and that's what I want you to monetize, okay? You could put it in an ebook, you can make an e-course, a private community, you could do workbooks and journals, affirmation guides, whatever your heart desires. There's no limitation on your greatness, just the limitation that you put on yourself, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, 2. And these apps will change your entire life if you use them, okay? So we gotta execute. If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, happy Sunday. Make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They do make fake accounts, and then they're gonna turn around and message you. Please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. Thank you, Sari, because they're coming to get you. So beware. All right. App number 1, remember we're taking notes so we can execute. Thank you, Sari. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, write it down, ladies. Write it down. Good morning, good morning. This is app number 1. You will be using Canva for everything. Okay, so maybe you've thought about being a content creator and 2026 is the year of alignment and you're gonna do it. Canva has thousands of Instagram Reel templates to make everything all branded, and you can put your logo on it, all of the things. Maybe you want to start that YouTube channel that I tell y'all to start every single day. If you've been watching me, you know I've told you to make that YouTube channel. Have you done it? Well, 2026 is the year of alignment. Maybe you're gonna listen today. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates on there. All you gotta do is drag and drop. It's very easy, so easy a cave woman could do it. Maybe you wanna sell an ebook, and that's what I'm gonna teach you how to make this morning. And you wanna make it all professional looking, you wanna put your logo on it. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there, okay? It's very simple, I promise you, okay? So that was app number 1. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And real quick, let me speak to the woman on here who's still living in fear on this beautiful Sunday morning. She's the woman who wants better for her life, but she's still full of a whole bunch of excuses. And she's sitting here right now thinking that she's too old for this. She's not very tech savvy. It's too late for her. Okay. Let me talk to you real quick. Sari, listen to me, ma'am. What I need you guys to understand is this. Number 1, you woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every day that you are blessed with another opportunity to wake up, that means you are blessed with another opportunity to work toward your goals. Until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. You use technology every day. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. You are on that phone from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. That takes tech savviness. You're clicking on the apps, you're sharing, you're commenting, you're liking, you're archiving. You're using the search bar, you're doing all of the things. You will use that same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And number 3, for those of you guys who think you're too old, what did I say a few minutes ago? You are gonna sell your knowledge in 2026. So for those of you guys who are older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. So you have a lot of things you should be selling. Okay, glad we got that out of our systems. App number 2, and for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Make sure you guys are taking notes because the key word of this live is execution. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Because I know you're gonna forget. You always do. App number 2, write it down. Good morning, ChatGPT. Write it down, write it down. Hello, YouTube. This is app number 2. This is AI. This is AI, okay. Now they do have a premium version of chat, which I believe is $19.99 a month. You don't need it. You are good on the free version. You will always hear me tell you guys, start with what you have and make changes later, okay? So you will start with the free version. You're good. You will be using AI for everything. Everything. So the seed was planted in your mind probably back in 2010 to start an online business, but now you're ready to actually get going. Okay, you want to create content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Ask chat, it will give you thousands of suggestions. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, you're ready to listen, but you're a little camera shy and you're not too sure what to say in the videos. Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. And you can be faceless, by the way. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, which is what I'm going to teach you how to make, but you don't know what to put in it. What if I told you chat will literally write the entire ebook for you? From beginning to end in under 30 seconds. Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business from scratch. But the problem is you live in fear. But we're gonna let the fear go today because it's 2026. You said it's a new year, new me. That's what you said. So let's go. Let's go. So I gave you Canva and I gave you chat. We're gonna put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put ready in the chat. Let's go, let's go. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put ready in the chat and make sure you guys follow me if you haven't already. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts and then they turn around and message you. Put ready in the chat. Very good. Let's go. And the more you guys interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live out to more people, okay? All right. So prompt number 1, write this down. Here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. One more time, let's go, get to writing. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. And don't you wait 10 minutes down into the live and be like, Jazz, can you repeat part number 1? No, because you hard-headed. Let me get some readies, or let me get some got that's in the chat. And while I wait, let's do an affirmation. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. So for those of you guys who are struggling with self-worth, that's because you never put yourself first. You never prioritize your goals. You never prioritize anything that makes you happy. You never keep the promises that you make to yourself. So let's take a new path. How about this year, we start prioritizing ourselves? This year, we start doing things that make us happy. This year, we cut off people who don't appreciate us. This year, we commit to what we said we're gonna do. Yes, I can repeat it. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. You're gonna hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. I need you to write this word down and underline it. And then I need you to circle it, because in 2026, we are going to get locked into the true definition of the word consistent. A lot of you guys are confused. So I'm gonna go ahead and unconfuse you this morning. See, a lot of you guys think consistent means once in a while, every so often, when I feel like it, every 6th Tuesday if it's 75 degrees and snowing outside. No, that's wrong. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, I need you to be working on your goal at least 4 out of the 7. Ladies, nothing gets accomplished if you're not consistent. Nothing gets accomplished if you are not consistent. And the reason why you're not consistent is because you don't put yourself first. I said it. I said it. You never put yourself first. Your husband comes before you, your kids come before you, your parents come before you, your friends come before you, celebrity gossip comes before you, everything comes before you. And listen, I'm not sitting here saying you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am saying is you matter too. That is what I am saying. So you are going to have to be consistent. When you want that paycheck, don't you consistently go to work? Okay. We got to be consistent. Now, let's make it easy, because life is hard, as is. So we're going to make it simple. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you do things that you actually like to do. Yes. When you do things that you actually like to do, you're more likely to do them because it doesn't feel like work. And now you have something to look forward to. So what I want you to do is go through that list that chat gave you and pick something that you actually like, something that you would love to talk about over and over and over again, so that it doesn't feel like work, so you can finally have fun in your life and get paid. If chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more and keep asking until it gives you something you want to use. I can't make this up. Isn't it so much easier to eat healthy when you eat healthy foods that you actually like? Yeah. Isn't it so much easier to stay active when you do active activities that you actually like? Yeah. Yeah. Your business is no different. Please choose something that you want to use, okay? Now, before we get into prompt number 2, write this down. This is huge. Write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. A lot of you guys, and I used to be guilty of this too, we give our energy to everybody. And we spread ourselves too thin. You're giving all of your energy to your spouse, all of your energy to your kids, your parents, your friends, your jobs. And by the time you sit down, ready to do something for you, you can't. You ain't got no energy left because you gave it all away. Now you feel frustrated, you're drained, you feel resentment. That's because you keep giving your energy to everybody. So we're gonna take a new path in 2026. Starting today, you are gonna put yourself first. It does not make you a bad wife because you wanna work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you wanna focus on something for you. It does not make you a bad friend because you wanna spend your free time working on your goals and not listening to her drama. You are gonna have to start putting yourself first. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. No, I cannot loan you any money this week. I could be using that money for my business. No, I cannot talk to you for hours about your problems. That's time I'm taking away from me. No, I cannot give you a ride here or there. And no, you cannot stay with me. The answer is no. No, that is a complete sentence. You do not have to give an explanation. It's called setting boundaries. You need to set your boundaries. Money flows where energy goes. Every time you're giving your energy away, you are taking from you. And half the time, these people ain't even ever pouring back into you. So the answer is no. Start giving out more no's than yeses. Then you can finally have the energy to build something for you and be consistent and actually follow through. Okay, now that we got that off our chest. Prompt number 2. Once you choose the idea you want to use, write this down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Yes, amen, amen. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Thank you so much for joining, Crystal. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Once you've got that, put "got that" in the chat. I told my husband one time that pour into him, and he said, "How do you pour into me?" Oh, girl, listen. We love our hubbies and all, but we still got to make sure we put ourselves first too. Okay? Y'all got that? Do you got that? Don't wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, "Jazz, can you repeat it?" No. Y'all got that? All right, fair enough. All right, so you're gonna hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote it for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. That's it. You will copy what chat gave you and you will paste it into a Canva template. So open up Canva, in the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to generate hundreds upon thousands of ebooks. Pick your most favorite one. You can switch out the colors, the fonts, the pictures, all of the things. You will copy what chat gave you and paste it. Now, some of y'all are overthinkers. And you overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And it's keeping you trapped. Stop doing that. In 2026, we're no longer overthinking anything. We're just going to do it. Write this down. This is an acronym, KISS, K-I-S-S. K-I-S-S. It stands for Keep It Simple, Sister. Keep it simple, sister. In other words, don't overthink. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it, okay? Once you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file, PDF. You will then upload the file. Ladies, y'all better be taking these notes because I know you finna forget something. You will upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got this, got it in the chat. Let's go, let's go. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there's plenty more. These are some of the most popular ones. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, happy Sunday. It is day 4 of 2026. You said last year you was gonna start the business. That's what you said last year. So what's good? We starting or we wait until 2027 now? Okay. I'm just checking in. Good morning. Okay, very good. So y'all got that. Let's move forward. Listen, let me tell you something. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their personal experiences. I have been a full-time entrepreneur for the past 6 years. I started during COVID. Made a lot of money from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you I also made a lot of mistakes. One of the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also business life, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances in 2026. Because let me tell you something about life. The problems that you have now will always get worse until you decide to fix it. Things don't just magically fix themselves. You have to fix it. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck now because you think you don't make enough money, you will continue to live paycheck to paycheck even when you do start making money. Why? Because a lot of us are not financially literate. A lot of us overspend. A lot of us are not on budgets. How do I know that? Because that happened to me. I came from a household that was paycheck to paycheck. My mom was a single parent. When I grew up and moved in on my own, I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And even when I started my business and was making $20,000 and $30,000 a month, I was still paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because I didn't have discipline. I never put myself on a budget. Whatever I wanted, I bought. And I continued to live paycheck to paycheck until I fixed it. I had to stop spending more than what I had. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because we're stepping into business ownership, okay? And it is crucial that you put yourself on a budget and learn money so that your business will always be making money and not losing money. These hosting sites, along with other things in the business world, have fees. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Canva is $14.99 a month. CapCut is $19.99 a month. There's fees. But don't sit here and say you can't afford it because you be at Chipotle every day. If you cooked your food at home, you would have the money. So don't you dare say you can't afford it. So it's best we get a handle on our finances now. These hosting sites have fees, okay? Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is kind of expensive. Stan is $99 a month That is very high if your business is not making that yet, okay? So if you're brand new to all of this, you're just getting started, I want you to start on Gumroad, Gumroad. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. That's a great place to start because until you make money, you're not spending it. Now, what I know is this. You're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're gonna execute. That's how. And when you do start making money, then move everything from Gumroad up to Stan Store. Because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the real world. Buy now, pay later, it's taking over. Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, they're taking over. Customers love payment plans. People are starting to use buy now, pay later over credit cards. Thank you, Jazz. If you have buy now, pay later on your site, you will make more. You sure will. You sure will. So you're gonna start with what you have. You are gonna start on Gumroad. You're gonna build your business, start making sales, and then you will bring everything up to Stan Store later so that you can expand your business. Okay? All right, so these were the hosting sites. Y'all got all that, cool. So what we just did was we just made the ebook. That's what we did. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together and we wrote the ebook. Yes, you guys, people are even, and a lot of people think it's only poor people that are using buy now, pay later. No, there are a lot of six-figure earners use buy now, pay later. It is taking over. It is a new wave. It's a new world. That's why I'm telling y'all, start with what you have and then bring everything over later. You will be happy that you did, okay? Now what we just did was we just made it. We took Canva and chat, we put it together and we wrote the ebook. Now we gotta sell it. We have to sell it. And I'm gonna be honest, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we've got to get this right. You don't have a choice. But before we get into sales, I need to make something very clear. That process that we just did, making that ebook, copying and pasting, that process should not take you longer than 2 hours. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm gonna give you grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And on this live, I don't care about your age. On this live, age ain't nothing but a number. You don't get that excuse over here. Go take that excuse somewhere else. You are more than capable. You're not gonna sit here and convince me it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem that we have to fix today because it's just gonna get worse. Let me guess, you're a perfectionist. Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You're the woman who's gonna waste 6 months of her life that she never gets back to overthink, to overanalyze, to have OCD and second guess her greatness. And then when you do decide to get started, you're gonna take things out, put things back, overanalyze and get frustrated again and give up again. Because you're trying to be perfect. So you're gonna waste another 3 months all in your head, second guessing your brilliance yet again before you get started. And then when you do decide to get started yet again, this time you're gonna go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even have a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much what people think. And then when they do give you their opinion, you listen and you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste time. Ain't that so sad? Bless your heart. Man, time is our most valuable asset. It's not money. You can always make more money. It's time. Because you don't get time back. You are getting older, not younger. It is time to stop wasting your most valuable asset. And the reason why we do all this overthinking and this OCD nonsense and this overanalyzing and this perfectionist crap is because you live in fear. And what do we say? On this life, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you are doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas. Half of y'all could have been millionaires by now, because you've been sitting on the idea for 6 and 7 years. Ain't did it yet. Because you're so fearful. You're so fearful of you trying something new and it failing. You're so fearful of putting yourself out there and people laughing at you. You're so fearful of looking stupid. So you let all of these fears just take over and continue to steal your dream life from you year after year after year. Because of fear. And if you want to dig even deeper to that, you're self-sabotaging. That's what this is. This is self-sabotage at its finest. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because you're trying to protect your fragile ego from feeling disappointed. Your ego's too fragile. You can't handle the feeling of doing something new and it failing. So to protect your ego from feeling that disappointment, you make excuses, you procrastinate, you live in fear, you second guess. This is self-sabotage. This is a you problem. So many people want to blame everything else. No, it's you. You're the reason why. You are holding yourself back. It's not your family. It's not your environment. It is you. It's you. This is not group sabotage. This is self-sabotage. Because all this stuff is stuff you're doing to yourself. But you already said earlier that you hated your job. That's what you said. You said you were fed up of living paycheck to paycheck. You said you were tired of not having confidence in yourself. You said that you wanted a life that you could be happy with. That's what you said. But every single day that you live the way you're living and live your life that you're not 1,000% happy with, you are still disappointing yourself. I'm trying to help you fix it. I'm trying to help you change. But we can't do that if you don't change. How can we build a business so we can have more money coming into the house so we can stop living paycheck to paycheck if you don't have anything to sell? How can customers give you their money if you don't have anything to give them? They can't. So you have to launch. How can we build our confidence if we keep giving up on ourselves? If we keep not keeping the promises that we make to ourselves? We can't. So you have to stop. Because confidence only comes from doing the things that you said you were going to do. Confidence is who you think you are. But you don't think you're anything. Because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. That's the problem. Every time it's time to show up, oh, I'll do tomorrow. Oh no, I'm sleepy. I'd rather watch The Housewives. We can't fix it until you change. So you're going to launch the product as it is. You're not going to overthink anymore. It is 2026, the year of alignment. And you're going to understand and understand that it will get better along the way. Things that you consistently do over and over again naturally get better along the way. Your product will get better along the way. Your content will get better along the way. Your business will get better along the way. Your self-esteem will get better along the way. Everything always gets better along the way. So you're going to launch. And it's not going to be perfect. Because you're not perfect. All of your favorite businesses get better along the way. Look at Netflix. Netflix did not always have a fancy app. No. They were not always doing comedy specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. They damn sure weren't doing pay-per-view. They didn't have their own original movies and series. Years ago, you had to go on their website, netflix.com. And you had to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of the list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie off your list, you had to mail that one back. They worked with what they had. And they got better along the way. So I don't know why you think you're above Netflix. I don't know. I don't know. It will get better along the way. You will launch with what you have. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. I know I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm about to tell you about yourself. But the truth will set you free. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and building your dream life. But you'd rather not. You'd rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off, like the weekend, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and building your dream life, but you'd rather not. You'd rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Just wasting time. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and building your dream life, but you'd rather not. You'd rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chat. That's what you would rather do. And the reason why we have all these distractions is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason you're trying to escape is because there's things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being grown woman enough to fix it and change, you would rather run from it. But it's 2026. This is new year, new me, right? That's what you said all 2025. Okay. So since this is a new year, let's take a new path. How about instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, let's just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from. So, this is what I want you to do today, not tomorrow. It's already January 4th. We're 4 days in. So you're going to start this today, not Monday. You're going to turn the TV off. You're going to put the phone on Do Not Disturb. You're going to tell your friends. You will talk to them later. You're going to build your dream life. You're going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to be at Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to sit down at home. You are going to start the ebook and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know you ain't coming back. You never do. We're going to start it and we're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, ain't no point in talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We're building our business and we're building ourselves. The version of you who's showing up confidently, who's living in her purpose, who's genuinely happy from the inside out. Not that fake confidence. Ladies, confidence is silent. That version of you who believes in herself, who has boundaries for herself, who doesn't let people use and abuse her, the one who has true self-respect, she's already within you. That version already lives within you, but she hasn't been unleashed yet because she's buried under the fear and the people-pleasing and the no self-respect and the lack of confidence and the excuses. So we got to unleash her, so you can finally live your dream life. Now, I told y'all earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half, okay? That's more than half. So we gotta get this right. We don't have a choice. But I'm gonna be honest, most people fail at sales. Most people fail at sales. But it's not because it's so hard. Before you run away, let that fear take over like you always do. Sales is not hard. Sales is actually really easy. But people's mindset and the things they got going on in this head of theirs is what makes sales so hard for them. So we have to fix it, because it's only going to get worse. Remember, you guys, all of the problems that you have, they never just magically get better. You have to fix it, because if you don't, they just get worse. People's mindset is horrible when it comes to sales, because they say things to themselves like, well, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. So we got to fix our mindset when it comes to sales so that we can actually sell something. First, what I need you guys to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem. You have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop talking to them. They setting you up for failure. Let it go. Number two, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently. Because human beings, they forget. Ladies, people are living their own lives. They got their own problems. Life be lifing. They're not gonna remember you. People always forget. They're not thinking about you. People are being fed content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed every single day. You don't have a choice but to remind people consistently that you exist and how you can help them so they can even remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes? Because I already know you're human and you're gonna forget. Some of y'all don't remember my name. I'm Coach Jazz. You've been on here for 30 minutes. You're like, what her name is? Exactly. People are gonna forget. Why do you think I keep telling you that the key word of this live is execution? I done said that word about 10 times by now. Why do I keep saying it? So you remember, you have to execute. We gotta get it in this head. You have to remind people consistently for them to remember. You don't have a choice. They will forget. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. Everybody knows who Amazon is. They got the memo. And even though we all know who they are, and most of us are Prime members, meaning we getting that free 2-day, 1-day, same-day shipping. We're all paying a monthly subscription for that. Even though we all already spend money with them, they still remind us consistently that they exist. You can't escape. How? Those damn Amazon trucks you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing that blue truck with their logo. They could have left that truck white. They didn't have to put their logo on there. But they did it for a reason. Why? To remind you that they exist. So that every time you see that truck, your brain thinks, Amazon. Now you're going to go to Amazon before you go to Walmart. Now you're going to go to Amazon before you go to Target. Now you're going to go to Amazon before you even go anywhere else. Because they're in here. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes and envelopes on the doorstep. They could have left those cardboard boxes blank. They ain't have to put their logo on them boxes. Why'd they do that? So that every time you see their package, you think Amazon. And you end up going there more than anywhere else because they're in here. Because they keep reminding you that they exist. Do you think they're worried about you thinking they're begging you for money? No. They know they have a solution to your problem. You want convenience. You don't want to go to the store. You want the stuff delivered to your house, and they got you covered. They know you're not going to unsubscribe. They know you're not going nowhere because they know you want that 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. Girl, please. You ain't going nowhere. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I am all over this internet. I'm all over Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, YouTube. I'm everywhere. For those of y'all who have seen me before, how is it that I'm able to consistently show up teaching people about Glow Up Academy and not worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying or begging them for money? How the hell am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. That's how. People want to learn how to glow up. They want to build their online business and live in purpose. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to be their highest version. They want to be confident. They want to stop giving up on themselves. They want to have self-respect. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become disciplined and accountable and consistent and follow through with things. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about people thinking I'm being annoying. If they unfollow because I'm talking about it too much, who gives a damn? They'll come back when they're ready. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's fine. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, ladies, you are going to have the same energy with your products and services. You do not have a choice. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim. Cool. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Sunday. We're here. It's 2026, the year you've been waiting for, the new year, new me. Here we go. What's up? Are we doing anything new or are we still bringing in the same excuses from last year? Make it make sense. Thank you, inspirations. Make it make sense. Now let's do an affirmation. Let me see a 1 in the chat. Ooh, I trust myself to navigate through this. I trust myself to navigate through this. It amazes me how many of you guys don't trust yourself when it comes to doing something new. You obviously have pretty decent decision-making skills because you're still here. You're still standing. You're still present. You gotta know how to make some type of right decision or you would have been gone a long time ago. So I need you to trust yourself more often. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can do it. I believe the ideas that we have are seeds, and God gives us those seeds. And God is not going to plant a seed in an environment that can't be harvested. So in other words, if you even thought about it, that's because you could do it. So trust it. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of you guys want to start an online business. You want to build your dream life, but you're so afraid of failure. And that word has you in a chokehold. You're not even willing to try the ideas that were given to you because you're so afraid to fail. But the crazy thing is, a lot of you guys don't even know what the word failure means. Some of y'all are really out here believing that if you make your first YouTube video, you don't get 100,000 subscribers in 2 weeks, then you failed. A lot of y'all really believe that if you post your first TikTok video, you don't get 10,000 views in 5 minutes, then you failed. A lot of y'all are really out here thinking that if you launch your first digital product and you're not a millionaire in 48 hours, then you failed. But that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm fed up with this. I quit. I give up. I'm done. Then you have officially failed. But if every single day you just keep showing up, just trying to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. Hell, I'm not even asking for a lot of it. I just want you to do something a little bit better than yesterday. As long as you keep doing that, you didn't fail because you're still showing up. You're still committed. You're still trying. Just do something a little bit different. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. Today you don't. Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today you get 5K steps in? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you drink a glass of water? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you actually do it? As long as you do something small every single day, you will eventually get to the results that you want. See, the problem is you have put a time limit on when you think the results should come. You're entitled as hell. See, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody because people don't want to hear that. We have become entitled. You are entitled. You think that you should have the results when you want them. And since you said that you should be a millionaire by tomorrow, if it doesn't happen, then I failed because of some ridiculous time limit that you set. Ladies, everything that you do over and over again, eventually you get to where you want to be. If you consistently eat less food and consistently move your body, won't you eventually lose weight? Yes. If you consistently go to work and consistently do your job, won't you eventually get your paycheck? Yes. If you consistently pay your bills on time and consistently lower that credit card balance, won't you eventually get good credit? Yes. But the time frame is unknown. But it will eventually happen. But it's never going to happen if you give up. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? Good. Now that we got that out of our chest, let's talk. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king and distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. Yes, never give up. We don't give up. We leaving that in 2025. This is the year of alignment. So we got to do it. We got to execute and not give up. Let's break this down so it makes sense. So the content is king part. Okay. The way we're going to tell people about our products and services is through content. Okay, that's how we're going to get the word out. So when you post reels, when you go live, when you post pictures, stories, long form YouTube videos, whatever type of content you're making, podcasts, that's how you're going to get the word out about your products and services and how you can help them. That's why content is king. Which means we have to get the word out consistently because we already said people forget. So we have to be consistently reminding them. Okay? So content is king. Now, Let's take it back real quick. I don't want to overwhelm you. We said the word consistent means more often than not, right? So if there's 7 days in a week, we need to be consistent at least 4 out of the 7. But we also said that we're going to work on getting a little bit better every single day. We read an affirmation earlier that said progress is better than perfection. Amen. If you're not posting content at all, we're just going to start slower. But eventually you will get there. So how do I want you to start? I want you to start by just recording yourself, getting comfortable in front of the camera. The more often you hit record on your phone, the more comfortable you will eventually get. And you don't have to post these videos. This is just for you to get better and feel more natural in front of the camera. Once you do consistently get in front of the camera and you feel more natural, you're no longer camera shy, now let's commit to recording 1 video to post once a week. Once we get that down pat, we're gonna move to 2 videos a week. Once we get that down, we're gonna go to 3 and to 4 and so on and so forth. You see how we did that? You see how we did that? We just have to be consistent. We just have to be a little bit better than we were yesterday. That's it. I can't make this up. Distribution is queen. Not only will you be posting consistently, I also need you to be building at least 3 platforms. We got to build 3. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. That's why. Like that 1 income you have at that 1 job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what the hell would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're going to pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Listen, I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we need to stay ready. And it's not hard to build 3, ladies. Get out of your head. The same exact video that you put on TikTok, you can put it on YouTube Shorts and Instagram, Facebook, wherever. The same exact video. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you, it is not hard. Get out of your head. Now, which platform should you grow? That's 1,000% up to you. You got a lot of options. I always suggest starting on the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously you like this app so much because you're always on it. If you love YouTube, start YouTube. I started on YouTube. And then just choose 2 more, okay? Now let me tell you this in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. A lot of y'all think it's TikTok. No. It's YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. There are more people watching YouTube than any other platform. So I always urge and encourage my students to start their YouTube channel. Make YouTube one of the 3 platforms that you build. I promise you, long term, your YouTube subscribers will be your highest paying buyers because they sat and watched you for longer than 10 seconds. When you're on TikTok, when you're on Instagram, when you're on Facebook, it's quick content, quick, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, not even a whole minute. But when people sit on your YouTube video, they could be anywhere on the internet and they watch you for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know how long these YouTube videos be? That's because they really enjoy your content. They really enjoy it. and they will invest with you. An hour and more, exactly. So start your YouTube channel and you can thank me later. Now, I want to talk to the woman in here who's still living in fear. She wants to do this, but she's letting fear take over. She's saying things like, Jazz, this sounds really cool. I want to, but I just don't know if I can because this just sounds really hard. You're asking me to post consistently. You're asking me to start a YouTube channel. You're asking me to make an ebook. Honestly, Jazz, I don't think I can do this. This just sounds really hard for me. Okay. Well, let me talk to you for a second. Before you run away, like you always do, and let fear take over, just listen. What I'm gonna tell you is this. I can't convince you of shit, and I'm not gonna try. I don't have the power to convince you. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, I'm gonna let you think that. Okay, it's hard. If you want to believe that making an ebook that chat wrote for you is hard, okay, fine, it's hard. If you want to believe that keeping the promises that you make to yourself and building your confidence is hard, I'm gonna let you think that. You're right, it's hard. Okay, cool. But let me tell you this. Living paycheck to paycheck is also hard. Crying all the time because you're not happy with the way your life is going right now is also hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. And you do that every day. And that's what fear does. See, fear will convince you that you can't do shit. And you believe it. You let it. But the crazy thing is, you don't ever look at all of the things in your life that you've already overcome. See, we never ever want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. There are things that took place in your life, and in those moments, you did not think you would make it out. No, you didn't. You was trying to figure out how the hell were you going to survive this circumstance. But guess what? You did. You're here. You're present. You're still standing. You never want to give yourself credit where credit is due. Look at all the things that you overcome every single day. And then you're going to let fear try to convince you that you can't do this? Really? You're going to let fear convince you that you can't record a 20-second TikTok video and post it? Really? Really? Our confidence is that low? Look at what you already have overcome. This is the problem. Your confidence level is -50 right now. We got to get that up. When was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. That's the problem. That's the freaking problem. There's things about you that goes on in this pretty head of yours that's literally holding you back. And it's called fear. And you keep letting it week after week and year after year. And I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they still show up. Just trying to build their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you. And they still show up. Just trying to reach their goals. There are people on these apps who are always in the hospital because they're always sick. Cancer survivors, sickle cell anemia. And despite everything going on in their world, they still show up to share their story, to help someone who needs it. Thank you, Art. There are people on these apps who lost it all. They already lost their job. They already lost their house. They already lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And they still show up with the weight of the world on their back, just trying to reach their goals. And let's be honest, some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Don't even sit up on this live and tell no tales. Some of y'all might, and I'm gonna give you grace. Some of y'all don't. No. You are blessed. You are truly blessed, sitting pretty. And despite what I just told you, you still don't think you can do this. And that's the problem. That fear that you refuse to let go of, that fear that has you in a chokehold. It is literally stealing your dream life from you, and you let it. Listen, my online business changed my whole life. I can't make this up. I started during COVID. I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I have freedom. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to get up every single day doing what I love to do. I have confidence now. I believe in myself. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very different life. I used to be depressed. I used to be miserable. I used to be insecure as hell. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college, graduate, get a great job with stability and benefits. I can live the American dream. I can get a big house with a picket fence and a dog. I can work at a good, stable job for 30 years and retire, and then live out the rest of my life doing what I want. So I said, okay, let's do it. Sounds like a plan. Everybody's doing it. My friends are going off to college. My mom is telling me to go off to college. So I went off to college, got me a 4-year bachelor's degree, cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, got my first full-time job with benefits, PTO, health insurance, 401k packages, the works. And they were gonna be paying me $60,000 a year. Oh, I was so excited. I thought I was about to be rich. See, I was 23 years old. That was the most money I had ever made in my entire life. I thought my life was gonna elevate. So I decided to upgrade my life. I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. So I went out and got my own place. But I didn't stop there. I told you guys I used to have really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car. And it got me from point A to point B, C, D, E, and G, and F. I had my title in hand. But it was old. No leather seats. No push to start. No touchscreen on the dash. I had to elevate to match my new life, right? I'm living the American dream. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. I looked so cute in that car. Couldn't tell me shit. That car cost me $450 a month. And with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all my bills for the month, you guys, your girl was broke. Broke as hell. Broke, busted, and disgusted. Paycheck to paycheck. Couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, back then I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government really wanted their money back. I thought everybody had student loans. I didn't think they cared. Oh yes, everybody does have student loans. And they still care. And they want their money back. See, the government will give you 6 months after you graduate college to get on your feet. They won't call and they won't send letters. They want you to just focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters to the house because they want you to submit your tax returns because they're going to tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year and they saw I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. See, they don't care about your car payment. They don't care about your light bill. They don't care about none of that. That's the price. And it's not up for negotiation. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I can't make this up, 121 missed payments off of some freaking student loans. My credit was shot. 520. So there goes my American dream of buying the big old house with the picket fence. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. Excuse me, I hated my job. I hated my job. College did not prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what kind of war zone I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I grew up very sheltered. I was pretty naive in my early 20s. I just thought everybody was so happy. And see, when I went to the interview, that's what the lady told me. My supervisor said that everybody at work was so happy and they all get along and like one big old happy work family. So I believed that. So I went in thinking that. I learned in corporate America, people are fake. They are fake as fuck. They will smile in your face and act like they like you. They'll sit in the break room with you and talk to you and make you feel comfortable, but they don't like you. They'll invite you out to happy hour off the clock so y'all can act like you're friends. They don't like you. They'll even text you and invite you to their baby shower and their wedding. So they're showing you to their family. But don't get confused. They don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks in the break room and the Secret Santas, and they'll even come together for your birthday and buy you something. But they don't like you. And best believe, when someone wants to be promoted, they will stab you in the back. There is no friends at work. I didn't know. I was miserable. And just so you know, I worked with all women. And I was the youngest one there. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. No one was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced how it feels to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. You are blessed. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, it's not gonna get no better. So you can try to have a positive mindset all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. That's how your life feels. You can try to pray to God and you really want him to hear you, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not fixing it because you're still miserable. You can try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you can get ahead on your bills and finally have some breathing room and stop being so stressed. But just when you start to get a little bit of money saved up, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got a boot on your tire because now you got to pay all the parking tickets that you couldn't afford to pay. It's always something. And no matter what you do, it feels like it's not going to get any better. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. And that's how I felt for years. I used to pull up at that job and sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I started to have anxiety, like butterflies in my stomach that I couldn't seem to shake. I started to bring my job home with me. You ever did that? So you clocked out, okay, you're at home. You're not getting paid for this, but these people now live in your head. And you keep replaying the conversations that took place at work. They are literally living rent-free in your head. You can't escape them. That's how that feels. I was miserable. And to cope with all my misery, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves so I could sleep better. I couldn't even sleep anymore. It turned into every day. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you this story now is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy with the way your life is going right now is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any interests back then. I didn't have any hobbies. So my life literally began to feel like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing ass shit. Anybody would be depressed with that type of lifestyle. Anybody would. But see, now I have purpose. Now I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. And that's the beauty of online businesses. It doesn't matter what you do. No, your idea is not stupid. No, it is not too far-fetched. There are people on here making millions doing the darndest things, and you see it. I don't have to convince you of that. How many times have you scrolled through your For You page? You're like, wow, people really sit here and watch this? Yes. And they're making millions, all because they decided to try. You're not even willing to try. You've had idea after idea and you haven't done anything with it. How many more times do I have to get this through your skull? If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. Why would God give you an idea that you can't fulfill? People always want to say they want to talk to God. No, you don't, because every time he talks to you, you don't listen. You haven't done anything with the thousands of ideas he's already given you. Because you live in fear. People want to say they trust God. No, you don't. You won't even try the idea because you're so afraid to fail. You have all this fear. You won't even try. And let me say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear this if you don't remember anything else. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, like how I did, you realize you spend more time at work than you do with your own family. See, I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? So what should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours out the day, plus your lunch break. That's freaking almost 11 hours out of your day gone. By the time you get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You are defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everyone to bed just to do it again tomorrow. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. But Sunday, not so much, because Sunday you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. You guys, that's not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. What I need you to understand is your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job, making someone else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at your home. There is something very, very, very special about you. I used to believe there was nothing special about me too, okay? I used to believe that I had no purpose, but that wasn't true. There was something very special about me. And now I get to monetize it. I get to build my business around it. There's something very special about you too. But the problem is, life has a tendency to life. And a lot of times, somewhere on your journey of life, you lost your light. Your light got very dim. And here we are today, not thinking that there's anything special about you. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. Maybe it was toxic friends, toxic family, toxic environment. But whatever it was, it stole your light. But I'm here to tell you that you can get it back. There is something very special about you. And you deserve to monetize it. And if I'm doing it, if members inside Globe Academy are doing it, if thousands of other creators are doing it, why can't you? Because you won't let go of fear. That's why. It's 2026. Stop wasting time. Post the content, start the business, work on your dreams. Because you can do this. Stop letting fear steal your dreams from you. Okay, very good. If you're ready for sales tip number 2, put a 2 in the chat. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and we're building our online business. Most importantly, we're building ourselves. So we're gonna build our confidence this year. We're gonna build our discipline, our accountability, our self-belief, our self-trust, everything internal. Ladies, never forget this. Your internal world always comes out in your external world. So if you got chaos going on in this head of yours, I don't even have to know you to know that you got chaos going on in real life. Your life is full of drama. If you got toxicity going on in this head of yours, I know for a fact you have people close to you who are toxic as hell. Your internal world always reflects your external. So if you want peace in the real world, you're going to have to start developing peace in here. Because once your mindset changes, you're not going to tolerate none of that shit. You're not going to tolerate disrespect. You're not going to tolerate people using you. You're not going to tolerate people playing in your face. You're not even going to tolerate disrespect from yourself by not sticking to your promises. When you fix your mindset, you're going to end up becoming that woman. When she tells herself she's going to do something, she actually does it. That's just going to happen naturally because now you have new standards for yourself and new standards for people around you. Don't ever forget that. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. That's a beautiful sunrise. I love the sunrise. Okay, so if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So, how do we get people to like us? Okay. In our content, we are going to be relatable and we are going to be authentic, okay? What I want you guys to understand is this. The community that we build, the followers, the subscribers, the viewers, that's our audience, that's our community. Those are going to be the people who buy your digital products, okay? So we have to get people to relate with us. We have to be ourselves. People connect with people that they can relate to. So a lot of times you're doing yourself a disservice because you're trying to be perfect, failing to realize that perfection doesn't even exist. We already went over that. So you're trying to present yourself perfectly on social, but nobody can relate to that because nobody's perfect. So I need you to be yourself. Stop trying to be perfect because that's not you. And if you want to dig even deeper, I struggled with this. A lot of the reasons why we struggle with being ourselves is because we don't know who we are. And the reason why you don't know who you are is because you're a people pleaser. And you've been doing it for so long that you don't even know who you are anymore. Because you're so focused on making sure everybody else is happy that you mold yourself into what other people want you to be. So when you sit down trying to do something for yourself, you don't even know what that is. You don't even know. So if that is your struggle, this is what I need you to do. I need you to spend more time by yourself so that you can learn who the hell you are. Confidence is who you think you are. But the problem is, you don't think you're anything. Gotta fix that. So, in your content, you're going to be relatable and you're going to be authentic. I need you to be yourself. Okay? Now, before you freak out and think, well, Jazz, what if nobody likes me? That's impossible. There's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. And what I need you to understand is this. When you post your content, it goes everywhere. You become an international superstar. And I'm not telling you that to scare you. I am telling you that so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people aren't going to like you. You guys, there's people all over the world who need you. You have a solution to people's problems. They really need to hear from you. But you deprive them of that opportunity because you won't get out your head. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? because I just wanted to be so perfect and got overwhelmed and just said, F it. Well, then you wouldn't be listening to this message on this live, and I wouldn't have been able to help you. I need you to just post the video. I need you to just post and get out of your head. I've been able to help women all over the world. I have women inside Globe Academy from Australia, Jamaica, Barbados, Canada, the UK. I'm in the US, by the way. A woman joined yesterday from France. You're going to be able to help so many people all over the world just because you decided to let go of the fear. So just post, okay? Now, we said, how do we get people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust? Thank you, EMG. So how do we get people to know us? Okay. Ladies, I need you to go live. Going live is by far the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you, engage, interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed, and you're gonna say, that's great, Jazz, but I don't wanna go live. Mind you, you can go live and be faceless too, okay? And I already told you, I'm not the coach that's gonna try to convince you of anything. So if you don't wanna go live, don't go live. Let me remind you of this. You also said you didn't wanna go to work. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make somebody else rich. But they absolutely refuse to bust their ass to build wealth for themselves. I promise you this. If you go live consistently with structure, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. You see people firsthand all day and all night, selling, selling, selling. The internet does not sleep. There will be rooms on TikTok with 300, 500 people in the room at 1 o'clock in the morning, just buying. Go live. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. For those of you guys who are live shy, let me talk to you for a second. We have been on this live for 97 minutes. That lets me know that if you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. So I'm going to need you to trust this. The only reason why you're live shy is because you just don't have enough experience going live. Maybe you did a live once 6 months ago, but you never did it since. You just don't have enough experience. It's not because you suck at life. It's not because this isn't meant for you. It's just because you don't have enough experience. Ladies, the more you do things over and over and over consistently, the better it gets. The better it gets. Without even having to try to get better. It just gets better. If you go live consistently, trust me when I tell you this, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. But you have to do it consistently. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You didn't always know how to read or write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to do that consistently. You didn't always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. Well, just imagine if you consistently went live. Okay. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There is a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Ladies, consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock, but most people work very hard for their money. You work hard, I worked hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have got to be consistent. You do not have a choice, okay? Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what I need you guys to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Fine, I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you think you're perfect, go ahead and think it. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of you guys who can remove your ego and pride and you recognize that there's always room for growth, you're not perfect and you're ready to improve, I'm talking to you. We're going to go to our profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this. Be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then there should no longer be any confusion as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I'm saying yet is because you have the power to fix it. You have the power to fix it. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far on this live. Ladies, listen to me very closely. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, then fix it. You have the power to fix it. But the problem is, most of you guys choose not to. I already know that I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm about to tell you the truth. I'm about to tell you about yourself. And believe it or not, most people can't handle the truth because they're not ready to be accountable. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, fix it. Just make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. If you are live shy or camera shy, fix it. I already told you how. Just go live consistently. Just record content consistently. And eventually, you will get better. You choose not to. If you are lacking confidence, fix it. Keep the promises that you make to yourself. It's that simple. but you choose not to. See, ladies, a lot of us live in a trapped mindset. And I used to be guilty of this too. And you've lived in a trapped mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in one. You think that how things are today is how it's always going to be, and that you don't have any control or power over your life. Failing to realize that you have a lot of power over your life. You can fix anything that's not giving you the results that you want. You just choose not to. You choose to make excuses. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to distract. You choose to do all the things except the one thing that would change your entire life. You choose not to fix it. You choose not to change. And listen, I used to live in a trapped mindset too. I really used to believe that I was trapped at that 9 to 5. I convinced myself I was trapped. Remember I said, you ever felt trapped before? Yeah. I allowed myself to believe I was trapped at that job, failing to realize I wasn't trapped. Nobody was putting a gun to my head and telling me I had to stay there. I was not trapped. I chose to stay there. I could have got 3 part-time jobs. Yeah, it would have been hard, but I could have left. I wasn't trapped. I was throwing pity parties for myself. I was feeling sorry for myself. I was making excuses. I was distracting. I was choosing to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my whole life. Leave. Some of y'all think that the reason why you can't fix it is because you just don't have enough information. You think that if you just watch more TikTok lives or more YouTube videos or more story posts or just read some more on Google, then you'll have all the information you need and it'll all make sense, and then your life can magically just fix itself. You're not lacking information. Honestly, you have more information than you even know what to do with, because you're on social media all day. So you're being fed information from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Because as soon as I end this live, you're gonna go hop in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more lives. As soon as you watch one of my YouTube videos, you're gonna go watch 50 more YouTube videos. You are not lacking information. That is not your problem. You are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute, which is why I made the keyword of this live execution, because you don't do it. You are the woman who consistently talks about what she's going to do, but she never does do it. You are the woman who has excuse after excuse as to why things won't get done. You are the woman who procrastinates. You're the woman who always rather do other things, talk on the phone, watch TV, all these distractions. You would rather do all of the things except the one thing that would change your life, which is execute what you learned. Some of y'all could have been damn near millionaires by now, but you don't execute. You start on a Monday and you give up by Tuesday. There are things about you that are going to have to change. Because who you are today does not align with who you want to become. See that dream version of you that you're thinking about, who's confident, who's consistent, who shows up, who's running her business, living in her purpose, doesn't care what people think, doesn't allow other people to disrespect her. She has boundaries and standards for herself. That version of you, she's already within you. She's already there. But she's buried under all the fear that you hold on to, the people pleasing, the lack of boundaries, the lack of self-respect. And you will not become her until you stop doing those things. You are going to have to change. You don't have a choice, because there's things about you that don't align. You're going to have to change. And the crazy thing is, a lot of you believe you have all this time to waste. You can start tomorrow, next year, next Monday, next Tuesday, failing to realize time is not guaranteed. Who told you that you'll be here in 6 months? Who told you that you have another 5 years? Who the freak told you that? We have become so entitled in our society that we think that we have all this time, failing to realize time is moving. Time is your most valuable asset. Why? Because you will never get it back. You will never get it back. And you don't even know how much you have of it. And instead of you living life to the fullest like it's your last day, you waste it. How many times have you looked at the clock in one day and said, wow, I can't believe it's already 8:14. Wow, I can't believe it's already 5 o'clock. Wow, I can't believe it's already 2026. You do that multiple times a day. So you already see how fast time is moving. And you still choose to waste it. How much longer? How much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because I don't have to convince you of this. You see it for yourself. It gets you nowhere. It gets you absolutely nowhere. The business still isn't businessing. The product's still not being sold. The content is still not being created. The confidence still isn't there. The lack of respect is still -10. What are we doing? You keep letting people talk to you like they're crazy and calling them your friend. You're letting people use and abuse you and they don't reciprocate nothing back. And you just keep giving them all your time. You don't even have that much. And you're just giving it away. Just handing it out to anybody. All because you don't want to fix it. You don't want to change. And my question is, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? One of the biggest lessons I learned in my own life, this is tough, so hold on to your seat. Your life and the direction it's going, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. So for those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. When I heard that, my ego shattered. See, I told you guys I used to have really bad spending habits. Horrible. I told you your problems never get better unless you fix them. They always get worse. I lived paycheck to paycheck my whole life. I grew up in a household with a single parent, my mom. She's trying to make ends meet. So I grew up in struggle. So now I'm an adult, carrying that same struggle, because that's all I know, living paycheck to paycheck. Failing to realize I was always living above my means. And so I carried that same problem into entrepreneurship, paycheck to paycheck. I got money, let me go spend it. Let me go buy this. No, I don't do budgets. Let's go do this, let's go buy this. Who cares? We'll deal with it later. Still living paycheck to paycheck. Making $20,000 and $30,000 a month. Broke as hell. I never used to understand how people could make so much money, yet be so broke, until I lived it. That was my fault. How? Because I didn't put myself on a budget. I didn't know financial literacy. I didn't understand the concept of living below your means. And I carried that same problem in every chapter until I fixed it. My finances were a direct reflection of the choices I made DoorDash, vacations, bags, hair, just a whole bunch of bullshit. No budget, no financial literacy, just spending. I had to fix it. I had to change. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. Some of you can be like, Jazz, no, I know I'm broke. How can I get ahead financially when a carton of eggs is $15? Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. How? Times have been hard, ladies. This didn't happen last night. Food prices have been on the rise for years. Rent prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would have been building your community today. And what did we say? The community that we build buys our digital products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to make excuses. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to distract. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life. Change. Fix it. Do it. Follow through with something for once. Put yourself first for once. And just imagine what happens. You're gonna have to change because there's things that's going on in this head that keeps you trapped. All these limiting beliefs that you have, all this caring what people think, all of these pity parties. Ladies, wipe your tears. Get up. Get up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You are here. So do something. You have a choice. You're either going to keep doing what you're doing or you're going to change. Those are your only two options. And look, I'm not perfect. Ain't shit perfect about me. The version of me that y'all see today, direct reflection of the changes I've made in my own life. I used to be full of excuses too, ladies. Excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start later. And later never showed up. I used to be my biggest bully to myself. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I know some of y'all can relate to that. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. Telling myself, damn, Jazz, you're so dumb. Why the hell would you do that? Come on, you could do better than that. That's how I used to talk to myself. All the time, all day. What did I tell you? Your inner world always shows up in your outer world. I used to talk to myself crazy and I had craziness all around me. Some of y'all are y'all's biggest bullies. You wouldn't dare talk to a child the way you talk to yourself. That's how you know it's bad, but you still do it. How could I be a successful entrepreneur when I'm telling myself how stupid I am? I couldn't. I had to change. You can't talk to yourself like that and get anywhere. If you have toxicity in here, I promise you got toxic people around you. You gotta fix it. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own life was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit, it would all went away. No, it got worse. What did I tell you? Your problems don't just get better on their own. They always get worse until you fix it. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk because I had to work. But I quit my job during COVID. Everything is shut down. I have nothing but time to distract, to drink. So I took full advantage. See, I quit my job on a whim. I had been there for 6 years, couldn't take it no more. I was miserable. And I believe God planted the seed and told me to quit. So I quit. I didn't have any money saved up. I put in my 2 weeks and that was it. And I had just bought a house, by the way. Hadn't even been in the house for a whole year. I quit. And my plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a few months. Now, I didn't have much money because I don't have any kids, but I had about $2,000. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to live off of that, maybe make some payment arrangements with my bills, and then my business will start businessing in a few months, and then it can just slowly take over, and everything will just be smooth sailing from there. So that was the plan. So I was doing a lot of things that you guys do. Watching the TikTok coaches, watching all the YouTube videos, talking to Google, just trying to make all this stuff make sense. Digital products, content creation, monetizations. But it's not working. See, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself, okay? I told myself that I was being productive. I felt productive because I'm watching stuff. But I'm not really being productive because I'm not doing anything that I'm taught. Because I'm always drunk. But I didn't want to admit that to myself, so I'm blaming the algorithm. Oh, it's the algorithm. I can't build my community because it's not even showing my videos to anybody. I didn't want to believe that it was me. And then I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm running out of money. And I'm like, God, you told me to quit. You told me the time was now. I already missed my light payment with an arrangement that I set. If I miss another one, they're going to cut the lights off. I already missed a mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start trying to foreclose on a house that I haven't even been in for a whole year. What the freak, man? I'm stressed. I'm pissed. I'm freaking out. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't ever forget that. I didn't want to admit to myself that I was an alcoholic. I didn't want to say that out loud. I felt shame and guilt, embarrassed. I couldn't sit with that. So I just chose to lie to myself some more. I said that as long as I don't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with liquor. So even though I'm drunk all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, I don't have a problem. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, God is going to make you listen. I believe God is within you. He's not at the church, okay? He's within you. So, those ideas that you get, those are seeds that God is planting. That's God talking to you. That gut feeling, that intuition that you get, that's God talking to you. And a lot of times, we say that we want to hear from God, but in reality, you really don't. It sounds cool, but you don't really want to hear from God. Because when you hear from Him, you don't listen. How many ideas did you have last year that you didn't even try? You didn't want to listen. How many times did you go against your intuition just to find out later that you were right? You didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. But eventually he's going to make you listen. I'll never forget. I was sitting on my bed just crying, just stressing about money. I was like, I'm about to lose my house, man. I don't even know what to do. And he said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years. He was right, I did. He said, the opportunity is right in front of you. And you're just wasting it. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to change? Are you going to fix it? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. I started really being productive because I was no longer drinking. So I was getting stuff done. I was actually executing. My platform started to grow. I started to make sales. All because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself. I stopped saying such negative things to myself and replaced it with positive things, telling myself I'm proud of myself, I'm smart, I can do this, you got this, Jazz. I started to feel good about myself. All because I decided to change. Ladies, what a lot of us didn't know, or what we don't realize and what I didn't realize back then, was in order to get something, you are gonna have to give up something. You cannot have both. In order to get something, you're gonna have to give something up. In order for me to get the business that I begged for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave all of those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more, all because I decided to change. Ladies, I asked him to help me make $60,000 to replace my job. I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you could help me make $45K, I'll make something shake. Just help me get out of this job. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God to help me get to 10,000 Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. I thought that'd be cool as hell. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time, so I could stop feeling bad about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. I feel amazing. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then wasn't aligned with who I was asking him to make me become. See, I wanted to be the woman who was confident, who posted, who didn't care what people thought, who believed in herself, who respected herself, who didn't allow toxic people around her, who had healthy boundaries to protect her peace, to follow through with what she started, to speak to herself nicely. But who I wasn't that. I was always this inside, but I was buried under the fear, the procrastinating, the limiting beliefs, the lack of self-respect. And I wasn't gonna fully become this version of me until I changed. I had to change. I had to fix it. And yeah, okay, fine. Maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. Okay. But the life you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you're unhappy with your life right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Constantly giving up on yourself because you don't believe in yourself is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Knowing that you're meant for more and not even living it is hard. I've been there. I've done that, and I know. I've lived both hards. And I will always choose this one because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with self-respect. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. You can have anything you want in this life. I really believe that. And there's no limitation to your greatness except the limitation you put on yourself. How many times do I have to keep telling you? If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God would not plant seeds in an environment that can't harvest them. But in order to receive the blessings that He designed you for, you are gonna have to change. Because there are things about you that's holding you back. You gotta fix it. You gotta change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. Now, I can only help people who want it. So if you're 1,000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then respectfully just keep doing what you're doing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If you like it, I love it. Cool. But for those of you guys who are not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business. I don't care what your starting point is, I'm going to teach you. I don't care what your goals are, it's all in there. Every single thing that you want to do with your business is inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel and get monetized for the content that you post. Fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. It's in there. Maybe you want to go live and sell on TikTok Live, how I do, how members inside Glow Up Academy do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to sell an ebook, a private community, an e-course. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. You want to make better content so people interact and go viral, how a lot of my content has? Fine, I'll teach you. It is all inside Glow Up Academy. Every single thing that you need to be successful with your online business is inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself, ladies. Because you are holding you back. We're going to build your confidence. We're going to build your self-respect. We're going to build your discipline, your accountability, your consistency. We're going to let go of the fear and the limiting beliefs. We're going to set some boundaries for our lives. We're going to walk in our purpose. Glow Up Academy is not just the space where you learn business. It's the space where you learn how to become confident. So not only do you start something, you follow through. Not only do you want to become something, you embody it. Because there's things that are going on in this head that keep holding you back. And some of y'all still want to believe, no, I just don't have the information. It's not just information, because I could tell you exactly how to monetize your YouTube channel in 4 months, how I have done, and some of my students, but you're still not going to do it if you don't believe you're worthy of success. I could tell you exactly what kind of content to make to grow your Instagram and grow your TikTok, but you're not going to do it if you don't think you're good enough. It's you. Your mindset is the problem. So we have to fix it. We have to change. And Glow Up Academy is the space where we change. Now, before I let you guys in, we have a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because believe it or not everybody has the same journey. Some people have a product and no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas. We got to lock in on one. I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. And sometimes we're spreading ourselves way too thin. And that's why nothing's growing, because you have your hands in too many baskets. We're going to pick your most favorite idea and we're going to build that. And then we'll come back later and build something else. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to do, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure I'm able to pour into everyone the way they deserve. So once we reach 10, I'm going to take the link off and you cannot join until I'm ready to accept more members. Also, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I told you I only want to help people who want it. I'm not here to force change upon anybody, okay? People who want it, they move. If you know you want it, move. Because once that 10-minute timer goes off, we're done. I can't force you. I need you to want it for yourself. Because when you want it, then I can help you. I can't help people who don't want it. So when we go, just move. Also, Glow Up Academy is lifetime access Once you're in forever. Every week we do Sunday resets. So tonight we have a Sunday reset meeting where we talk about some of the chapters from our book. Even if you didn't read, you still come. We talk about what we're going to work on for the week. We hold ourselves accountable for the week ahead. We also do Thursday coaching calls. So every single Thursday, anything that you're struggling with, come to the calls, ask your questions, get feedback, get clarity. Okay? Even if you can't make it, the replays are still available, so you never miss anything. And Tuesdays, we have our new member orientation. So we are live multiple times a week, and you will always have access to all of those things. Everything that's in there for a lifetime, okay? Because it's lifetime access, I normally sell it for $5.97 one time, and you're in forever. Women buy it at $5.97. I had 2 women that joined yesterday after I took the link off for $5.97. The word is getting out. People want in. But because you were here, you were present, you took notes, you asked questions, you listened, and most importantly, you're gonna execute, I'm gonna take the price down. And I will leave it down for the 10 minutes that the timer is going. But once that timer goes off, we're done. So move. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up so you can still get in on the discount and still have full access forever. Okay? Because I'm taking the price down, it's gonna be $249. Lifetime, forever, one time. Once you're in, you're in. Once the timer goes off, we're back up at $5.97. So do not wait. Okay? I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different, so just bear with me. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my, You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. Now TikTok number 1, this one right here, that's my main account. So my account does not look like this, but the link is still the same. Yes, I have 2 TikToks, okay? You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You're gonna click on this red button that says open. You're gonna click on this top button here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. As you see, it's marked down for $249. It will stay marked down for 10 minutes. Scroll down. I'm gonna show YouTube in a second, 1 second. Scroll down. You're gonna enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Ladies, the email you put in is where it's going. I need you to quadruple check that. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you. So please make sure you quadruple check. Yes, of course, if you do mess it up, we'll fix it. We're gonna fix it right here on live, okay? But let's just get it right. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, enter in your information, and then click Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be getting your first email from Stan. It should be pretty instant. If it's not instant, that's because there was a spelling mistake with the email and we'll fix it. So before you leave off of my live, I need you to confirm to me that you've received your email so that I know that you're where you're supposed to be and your email was spelled correctly, okay? Do not leave my live until you confirm that you got your email, okay? And I want you to join while we're live so that I know you were where you're supposed to be and nobody got lost in the sauce, okay? All right, I'm gonna show TikTok again, and I'm gonna show YouTube. Again, TikTok, all you're gonna do is click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, click on the red button that says open, and then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, for you guys to lock in. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna start checking in a second. YouTube, you have to leave off of the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you're gonna click the top button, same thing, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then once you click that, it'll take you here. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's $249, it has already been marked down. Feel free to scroll down, read my reviews, and then enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click Start My Glow Up. Same thing, you should see the Stan email within the first 30 seconds. If you did not, that's because there was a spelling mistake, but we will fix it right here on live. Let me start getting everyone together. Well, real quick before we do that, while you guys are waiting, Once you are in and you have confirmed that you're in, yes, absolutely, that is correct. Once you guys have confirmed that you're in with me, yes, absolutely, Foxy, you guys are going to come inside. Well, once I get off of live, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy and start speaking to you. So please make sure you respond to my message. You'll see an icon right here, and it'll have a 1 on it. Click it and respond to my message, because I need to know what you're struggling with. I don't know you yet. So what have you tried? What have you not tried? What's been working? What's not been working? What are you struggling with? All of the things. Okay, so please make sure you respond to my message. While you're waiting for me to get inside, because I'm still on live, I want you guys to click on where it says Classroom. And here we are. I want you guys to start in the Welcome and Orientation Vault. Start here, okay? I have a 7-day orientation for you. It's very short. The videos are very short. Every single day I have a small homework assignment that I need you to complete. And the reason why I do this is because, first of all, I already know that you can do anything you put your mind to. I don't have to know you to know that, but I need you to know that. And the reason why a lot of you don't know that is because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. You always start and give up. Well, it's 2026. It's the year of alignment. We're changing. So, every single time that you start something and you finish it, you are building self-belief. And that self-belief builds the confidence. What did we say? Confidence is who you think you are. Well, now you're showing yourself that you can start something and follow through. And you will carry that same confidence with you into your business journey, into your weight loss journey, whatever goals and dreams you have for yourself, that confidence will carry through in all of those things. So that's how we rebuild it. So I need you to start each one and finish it so we can start building your confidence up. All right? Now, once you finish that, you have your choice of where you want to go. That's the beauty of Glow Up Academy. You choose your direction. If you want to start your business, go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you guys through how to use Canva and chat, especially for those of you guys who have never used Canva before. I make it like you don't know anything. So that way we go through everything. I show you guys how to customize stuff, how to switch stuff up, all that. So I want you guys to watch that. I also show you guys, I share my screen, walking you through how to upload it to your hosting site, how to price it, all of that. I also walk you guys through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, your C Corp, whatever you want to do, how to file your taxes, and how to build your business credit, okay? All of that is in there. Maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling with sales. And I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you guys through how to build your community, what kind of content to put out, what to make sure you're saying in your content, the prompts to use to get ChatGPT to really help you figure out what kind of videos to make, okay? If you want to build your TikTok, go to the TikTok Vault. I walk you through how to sell on TikTok, all of those things. I also walk you through TikTok affiliate, all of that stuff. If you want to build your Instagram, Instagram Vault. YouTube, YouTube Vault. Maybe you want to work on your mindset. You're struggling with confidence, discipline, people pleasing, no boundaries. Go to the Motivation and Mindset Vault. Maybe you want to focus on self-care. You never put yourself first, and you want to start doing that in 2026. Go to the Self-Care and Femininity Vault. Okay? Maybe you want to be a faceless creator. Go to the Faceless Vault. Okay? So, Glow Up Academy, you choose your path. Thank you, Eyebrows. But don't forget, we meet every single Thursday and every Sunday. So you're never by yourself. You also have access to my inbox. So any questions that you have throughout the week, I expect you to ask. Okay? I respond to all of my students. All right. All right, let me start sending out the invites. You guys, while since Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, this is why I need you guys to confirm that you received everything, because I need you to click on that second email, which is going to say from Jasmine Spencer. That is me. I need you to click on that so you have full access to Glow Up Academy without any type of subscription or any of that, okay? So let me start sending those out. Oh, y'all didn't even start the timer. Lord. Y'all got an extra few minutes. I'm sending them out now. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. The timer has started. Y'all got me. The timer has started. Alex, I need you to confirm that you received your email. Ladies, please don't leave till you let me know you got your email. I like to know everybody's where they're supposed to be. RQ. RQ. Amber. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. Y'all know how we roll. I don't see that one. Hold on, let me refresh. I don't see that one. If you guys did not get the email from Stan, that's because it didn't go through. If you guys open the website, but then you wait a few seconds or you click off and then you come back, then you have to refresh the site because it's trying to prevent fraud. So if you click off and come back, it's not going to go through. So when you click on it and you let it sit, I need you to hit the refresh button and then put everything in, okay? So please make sure you're doing that. Please make sure you're doing that. And I need those 3 ladies to confirm to me that they received their email. Yes, again, let me show you. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile and then click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click again where it says open. Let me show you. And then you'll click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Yes, Foxy, in order for you to join, you're on YouTube, so you have to leave the live and come to my YouTube channel. And then you're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then there you go, you're gonna click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, become the woman who actually follows through, okay? All right, you guys have like 6 more minutes and we're closing it out. I actually gave y'all more time because I forgot to hit the timer. All right, while I'm waiting for you guys to confirm emails, ladies, please don't leave till you let me know you got your email, all right? Let's do a few more affirmations before we close it out. Every act of self-care is a declaration for love for myself. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. There's a reason why I say what I say, ladies, and it's not for my health. It is not for my health. There's a reason why I'm telling you to put yourself first. There's a reason. Because that shows self-love. And when you start to love yourself and you start to feel worthy of yourself, everything about you changes. Everything, from the standards you set for your own life and the standards that you expect others to maintain if they want access to yours. Okay, loving, let me check. So that's where it starts, ladies. That's where it starts. There's a reason why I say what I say. Okay, loving, check your email for me and confirm that you received both emails. You see one from Stan and then one that says Jasmine Spencer. That is me. That's the invite link. Please click that and you have full access to Glow Up Academy lifetime with no any other fees. Okay, that's why we gotta do it the way we're doing it. All right. So there's a reason why I'm telling you to do that. There's a reason. So it's 2026. What we doing? I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Clock it. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Clock it, ladies, clock it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But you're gonna have to let go of the fear. You're gonna have to let go of the fear, man. Yes, you are. Fear ain't getting you nowhere. It's holding you back. I don't have to convince you of that. You see that for yourself. What are we doing in 2026? I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. Yes, absolutely. I have a positive impact on the world. I have a positive impact on the world. Okay, let me check 1 second. I'm still waiting for 2 people to confirm to me that they received their emails. Ladies, y'all know how we do. I like to make sure everybody where they're supposed to be, okay? I want to make sure nothing got lost. Okay, check now and let me know you got your email from Jasmine Spencer and Stan. If you didn't get the email from Stan, that's because it didn't go through, okay? That's because it didn't go through. Okay, perfect, love, and thank you. No, Foxy, it's okay. Let me pull up the YouTube on the phone version. Okay. Right here. So this is my profile when you come to my YouTube from the phone. You can click right here where it says glowuploungehq.com. And then Glow Up Academy right here at the bottom where it says glowuploungehq.com. And then you can click Google or Chrome, whichever one you want. Oh, I use Chrome, so I'll click on that. And then here we are. You're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Okay, right here. Okay, all right. Any questions on that? Let me know if that was better. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. You're welcome. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. What I tell you, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. I ain't lying now. I have the power to create the life I want. I have the power to create the life I want. We have 3 minutes left. You better come on. Come on, come on, come on. We got 3 minutes left. Let me show you guys again. If you are in the process of enrolling, tell me to wait so I don't change the price mid-checkout. You're going to, hold on, let me get back to TikTok. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button right here that says open. Oh, sorry. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. Okay, scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click Start My Glow Up. And I need you to confirm to me that you received your emails, okay? Let me check. Alexandria. Okay, can you check your email for me? And confirm that you received your emails, please. Don't forget, you guys, Sunday is our reset. We're doing our Sunday reset tonight. So what we do is we go, every month we have a new book. Right now we're reading Atomic Habits. Even if you haven't gotten a chance to read the chapters, which I know you haven't because you're new, still make sure you come. We're gonna do some journal reflections. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable for the week. So it's definitely a great way to get your accountability, to get into the community, all right? This is how we change our internal world so it can reflect in our external world. I cannot stress this enough. I don't even have to know you to know what your life like. I can gauge that just based off of the things you say. So this is how we shift it. This is how we fix it so we can finally accomplish the things that we want to accomplish for ourselves. So for any of you guys who were on the fence, let's go. Get in at the discount. Yes, absolutely. You are going to click on the classroom tab right here up at the top. And then click where it says start here, welcome and orientation. Oh, for the reset, yes. To get into the reset, all you're gonna do is click on the calendar tab. And then I have everything outlined, what we got going on for the month. You'll click right here, see where it says 6 p.m. Sunday Glow Up Reset? You'll click on that under January 4th. And it'll take you right to the link, which is gonna be hosted inside of Skool. So you'll see us live, you'll be able to click right on it. But for the calendar, you can see everything that we have coming up for the month, okay? So we got a packed schedule, absolutely. And once you're in forever. So you got multiple opportunities throughout the week to check in, to share your progress, to talk about things that you're struggling with, to get feedback, everything, okay? Alex, did you say you got your email? Because I don't see it. Okay, Foxy, very good. Let me check. I don't see it yet, Foxy. Did you get an email from Stan? If you did not get that email from Stan, it did not go through. So if you opened it but closed it, redo it, okay? Yes, absolutely. Okay. And we got one more minute before we close it out. Let's go, let's go. Ooh, progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Thank you. You know, a lot of people have said this. I'm not selling them right now, but when I do, I'll let y'all know. Ooh, maybe I can have like affirmations like execute or I am her. Ooh, becoming. Yes, I'm gonna work on it. I'm working on the design, all that stuff. I've had a couple people say that. Yes, yes, yes. So for those of y'all who do decide to go live in your business, y'all better catch on, okay? What did I say? Remind people that you exist. So if you have a brand, if you have a business and you go live, or when you post your content, make you a shirt. So now people see it throughout the live. Very good. Nice to meet you, Ketcha. Thank you for telling me that. Yes, make sure you make your name that in glow up in the Skool, so that way I can remember who I'm talking to from the live versus the Skool. Because sometimes y'all usernames don't match. Like someone will be Michelle on TikTok and then be something else on Skool, so that I don't really remember. Keisha. Thank you, Keisha. So that I don't remember who's who. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Keisha. Okay. Foxy, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, babe. If you didn't get the email from Stan, it didn't go through. Okay, you guys, the timer has set. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Make sure y'all follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos, y'all. They make fake accounts and they're gonna turn around and message you. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'll be speaking to you in a few minutes. Please make sure you respond to my message. For those of you guys who didn't, it's 2026. It's the year of alignment. It's time to change. It's time to lock in. When you are ready to finally get the results that you want, Glow Up Academy will be here. But it ain't gonna be at 2:49. Okay? All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. Bye TikTok number 2. Bye TikTok number 1. And bye YouTube.